Aquarius. You know that, I don't know if you know Shania Twain. She's a country singer, right? From Canada. She has a song called No One Needs to Know Right Now. There are some definite tender feelings that are coming up from deep down. And this could be challenging for you. Just like it's challenging for Capricorn, because once upon a time, you were ruled by Saturn too. And Saturn has a hard time with flexibility and emotions and being a softie. And just because now you're ruled by Uranus does not mean that all of a sudden that Saturnian influence is suddenly like doesn't exist in your world anymore. It does. It does. You like structure and you like consistency, and you also maybe have some, I don't want to say issues because that sounds judgy. Not the easiest time being soft and letting yourself be vulnerable. And when you are, there's just a sense of you wanting to be able to do it in private, right? If there's something that matters to you, something that you desire, something that makes you feel, because it's a good feeling. There's a feeling that's going on, and it may be coming up. See, this is the thing. There's a lot of shit that's coming up from our past that we thought was gone. Thought was over with. And whatever those juicy emotions are coming up in you right now, they're meant to come up and be experienced. And they may be those juicy feelings for somebody from the past, but it's to put a glow on your face so that somebody now notices you. So it may not be about getting together with somebody from the past as much as because those feelings find a way to the surface. There is almost that signaling outwardly, I'm ready. Let's do this. I feel a great deal of self-acceptance is necessary for you right now. Maybe because you have been very kind of like it's like you've been hard on yourself. That's why. It's like, I guess I don't want to, why convolute it or make it feel, try to make it more complicated. You've been hard on yourself. And maybe hard on others because it's easier than being so upset and feeling so alone. And Aquariuses pull off this idea of alone very well, don't you? When that's absolutely not really what you want. You can be happy for the longest time like a child playing in a box with the weirdest shit, distracted by it, and be really, really content. And then all of a sudden, it's like out of the blue, it's just this whack of emotion. And I was like, where the hell did that come from? Well, it's been building up for a long time. And this is something, a desire, a destiny, from the past coming back. Use it. Use it for inspiration. Use it for productivity. Use it for some sort of purpose. Use it. And really what you're doing is you're putting it to use to linger in it, so that you don't let it go so fast. And you certainly don't try to like put the cap back on and force it down. Because what I'm trying to say to you in a very long-winded channeled message, Aquarius, is this aspect of you needs to be seen right now. And that's very scary. It almost feels like you're in the middle of a battlefield and you're giving yourself your location away. but you're really not in the middle of a battlefield. It's an old battlefield. It's actually a graveyard of a battlefield, but in your head, for some reason, it's still very much alive. And so you still want to protect those tender aspects, thinking, I don't want them made vulnerable. I don't want them exposed. But it's time for exposure. No. You definitely, okay. There's a difference between privacy and self-denial, right? So it's definitely a time for privacy. I want to stress that almost big time. I just want to stress that you shouldn't be telling everybody what's going on, but you should be telling certain people what's going on. It's definitely that selective. What's the matter, baby? What? My dog just started barking. It was weird. It's definitely that sort of selectiveness. There's a joy here. There's a happiness here. It's almost like, I'm going to say maybe a someone is bringing a lot of joy into your life. And it is essential to allow that joy into your life and allow how much it matters to you and how wonderful it feels. Allow that to shine through. But you really don't have an obligation to tell anyone. And I think in some ways there's some DL shit going on here. It's like there's an awakening that's happening on the DL. It's a very private, personal awakening. It's almost like a psilocybin retreat, if you will. It's like you're going someplace to be awakened, but you want to be safe and secure while it happens. There is kind of a strategy, something contrived, but in the moment, there is ultimate vulnerability. That's what I'm feeling. Let's get into the cards. So thank you for listening to the channeled message. We're going to get into your Oracle and Lenormand cards and then move on to your animal totem messages, which is going to be how the nature is going to be a conduit for spirit to connect with you now. And then your angel messages direct from the angels. And you'll hear the voice and sound of it changes. So let's get into your reading. Epiphany. Seek clarity. It's almost like you have to open yourself up to seek clarity, because simply putting yourself out there to ask the question means that you're admitting some form of interest. Because you need the clarity and you deserve the clarity, you must risk the interest. You don't have to go beyond that. But there is something that has to come through, a tidbit of information, something that I think will clarify a lot about what went on in the past to resolve an issue that's basically been keeping you from a love, a feeling, a moment, an opportunity that you really did deserve. But you've had something to do with it. This is like a self-sabotage week. That's like the key word. Like, watch my astrological forecast, Aquarius. This is a week of self-sabotage. But it's not necessarily the week of self-sabotage so much as it is the week of when we become aware of how we've been sabotaging ourselves. And then that's just a point of how proud are we? You know, can we laugh it off? Can we accept our own humanity and say, okay, never going to do that again? Or are we going to try to defend ourselves? Don't waste your time with the self-defense, because that's just another way to self-sabotage. Unicorn. Invite serendipity. You have epiphany and you have serendipity. Invite joy and gladness. Invite the right moment in, because it's ready to happen. And it is through your inquiry or openness to clarity that you are going to let that new opportunity in. Cheer up. Live in the moment. There's a great joy happening now that you don't want to deny yourself or keep yourself from experiencing. You want to allow yourself this moment. It's in other words, it's now, it's right in front of you. Maybe something that you expected or some ways you put away, or it's been so long, it almost felt like it was going to be a never. That's not true. There's hope here. And that's why Cheer Up is here. But check this out. This is what I want to bring your attention to. Well, dead center. I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it the whole time. Soulmate. Who the fuck is this? This card has one meaning, guys. And it is really, literally, it's soulmate. It's another human that was literally you were destined for. Now, soulmates can come in many forms. Of course, they can come in children, parents, best friends. I'm getting a lot of romance vibes here, but I'll confirm that in the romance reading. That is with the extended reading in the extended video. Okay, it's like it's two in one. It's two readings in one video. So this is soulmate energy. Who is coming into your life? Now, you could be married for years, right? This is just a sense of, I don't know. It's almost like in some ways, according to the cards, you don't realize that you deserve this, or you haven't realized that you deserve this, or not realizing how you deserve to be loved is part of the reason why it's been so difficult to be loved or find love. But this is the self-sabotage element. The self-sabotage element of, I have to act a certain way. I have to behave a certain way to be worthy of love. I have to be cool. I have to be aloof. I have to be. You have to be what? You have to be yourself. That's all you have to be. And it's like we cut ourselves up into these little bitty parts. Look at that. We slice ourselves in two. This is the good stuff that I'm allowed to show people, and this is the bad stuff that doesn't deserve love. Fuck it. You are a whole entity. Stop cutting yourself into pieces, Aquarius. You are a whole entity, and all of you deserves to be loved. But you have to love yourself first and stop piecing up those parts of you to say, no, I can't let anybody see these parts of me. The person who really loves you needs to see those parts of you. They want to see those parts of you. They don't want somebody bleeding all over them. They want a whole person who is healthy. Don't they deserve that? Don't you deserve that? It's like, and that could be why you keep attracting people who are half people. Because they've decided that I'm only going to show the parts that I think somebody would love. And then you're over here like, I'm going to only show parts that I think somebody would love. And then there's these two half people, and there's never a completion. And there's failure there. And it's like facing that and understanding that as a fact so that you can change and make different choices, right? Emotions are coming up deep from within. These things that were hidden, these aspects of yourself. Maybe it is those emotional aspects of you that you felt so like they were just so wrong, or that something was so bad about them. You know, I don't know why, but they weren't bad and they weren't wrong. But, and this is the caveat, please listen, watch who you tell it to. Because not everybody, remember that saying, not everybody who wants to know your shit cares. Sometimes they just want to know. So watch who you talk to this about. And I understand that you're going through this. I'm not saying that you should hide. I'm not saying that you should hide. I'm just saying that I understand if you're not telling it to the world. Because this is a conversation that first and foremost that you have to have with yourself. And making it like public display, putting it on public display could ruin it or hurt it or harm it. And this could be talking about the whole situation. This could actually be talking about you have been working on something subvertedly. You've been working on something that you have been keeping to yourself because you don't want to share it, because it is too tender. And you know that you can't trust everybody, or that it's not everybody's fucking business. Like, you understand that. And so Believe in that. Be true. But there is a fine line between hiding something because it's none of anybody else's business and hiding something because of shame. And you need to know the difference, especially if it's a more intimate situation. It's like you don't want to hide you ever. Something about your social life has become a burden. That's what Lenormand is telling us. There's something here about your friend group or about expectations from your social life. Expectations about who you are. It's like people expect you to be a certain way, and it's almost become a trap. Or like, yeah, it's almost become a trap. And maybe people around you are supporting that trap to you, supporting that half of you, and you're starting to realize it and feel really fucking uncomfortable with it. You don't want to just be supported for your half self. You want to be able to be your true self. But there's just some sort of burden or restriction that's coming from, or maybe you're putting the restriction on your friend group, right? You're like, I don't want to tell everybody. I don't want everybody to know. Check these cards out. We already saw blood, right? Feeling like you're ripped in half. I got the shrooms over here, which is awakening, enlightenment, being awakened to aspects of yourself that maybe you didn't know existed. Right? And it feels like something new is popping, and like all of a sudden the world has changed and become so much more magical. That's like what you're going through right now. I feel peaceful, right? This is maybe dreamland, going into dreams, having visions, seeing things, right? I am royal. Dreams of royalty, dreams of your full capability, dreams of also being recognized as being special, and I am cherished. This person is coming in and you know it. You intuitively and psychically have seen it and understand it. It's happened. It's real. Like, I am cherished. This is sort of like, I'm telling you, I am cherished and soulmate. There is a meant to be lover here. You guys got to tell me one, the only one, the absolute air for your lungs. It's like breathe. Like you finally feel like you've come up for air. Because you've been buried so deep, you've been smothered. But now you're emerging. For air, you are air. And you're whole and you're complete. Whew. Okay. What does all that mean? Let's go into the animal totem cards. If you like this video so far, please subscribe. And then ring that bell and hit all notifications. I upload Aquarius videos every single Wednesday before 6 a.m. Pacific time, along with Capricorn and Pisces. So you can always get it while it's hot. These are timeless videos, so it's not about the time that they come to, it is about the time that they come to you, but they do arrive new every single week. So, get it while it's hot. Also share this video, because that's a real help. When you share my videos on your social media platforms, that's huge. So please do if you feel comfortable. Also, there is always the extended, and that is a tarot card spread that articulates and personalizes specifics. And then it also has a romance reading as well. So it's 2 readings in one. You can subscribe over to Vimeo too, so you don't have to wait for the link down here to appear. You'll get access to them immediately. As soon as they upload, you'll get alerted. And then last but not least, join me on Instagram, because I have live conversations and do daily live tarot card readings over there Monday through Friday. I hope that you can join me, because they're kind of fucking off the hook. I do have to warn you though, it's the adult table. It's not the kiddie table. It's not Disney Plus over on my channel. Just an FYI for comparison, so you know. Let's get into your animal totem messages. How will spirit and be communing or be using nature to communicate with you? Remember, animal totem messages can come not only by your encounter with the animal specifically, but with images of the animal, you know, on bumper stickers, on ads. You're just going to see it like reoccurring over and over again. Okay, there's some sort of disease here. There's some sort of sickness. There's some sort of, or something that has been growing and festering. So watch out when mice comes into the situation, because it's tend to the small things. It's these little things that mean so much. And then we have, there is always enough. This is Piscean energy, koi fish. But when it's in reverse, it feels like there's an emptying. It feels like something's been building. It's almost like you've been feeling a lack of emotion from somebody. That's what it tells me. That there is this perception of emotion has been deteriorating. Or maybe you've been losing emotion for one person and gaining it for another. As you run into this other, this passion starts to grow, and your passion for somebody else starts to diminish. Or just passion for somebody being eaten away at, diminishing for some reason, or just feeling like passion in general. You haven't had it. You miss feeling excited, right? You miss feeling that longing and that your heart palpitating. It's been so fucking long. Maybe that's what's going on. But it's one of those things where just emotions are dwindling. They're drained. There could be something that is making you feel drained. What else is coming to us? White raven. That's a new beginning. Like just at a time when you think everything has died, there's a startup. There's a reemergence. There's a surprise birth. And this is 6/6, which is about coming together and love. Trust in the magic that's working around you. Also, it's like, listen to your instincts. Those parts of you that maybe don't make sense, you need to trust them now and follow them. This is Aquarius energy. It's like the newbie, the beginning, rebel, do something different is what it's encouraging. Let's get into your angel messages, because that's the only animal totems that came out for you. White raven, mouse, and koi fish. Okay. Aquarius, please. Well, there are a lot of angel messages, so that makes sense. You ready? Okay. Because I swear to God, angels sit here and listen to these readings. I swear to God. Middle path was the one that flipped over first. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. So if you've been feeling trapped or stuck, it's because your mind has decided there's only one solution, or like a limited number of solutions. There's another solution here that the angels are saying you're totally capable of seeing it and building it. Okay? Positive outcome. The sun is about to burst through the clouds, and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope. Ooh, see, this is an unexpected journey that you're going on. That's what I just heard. An unexpected journey. Forgiveness. Let the past go. Clear your heart and mind through forgiveness. And this is letting go aspects of yourself that are holding you down, aspects of your past, your experiences that are keeping you. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is literally freedom. Sacred space. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Forgiveness is actually like letting go of those expectations on yourself. Like being done with it, letting them have run their course. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter the sacred space of love and healing. So there's forgiveness and healing here. Okay. Okay. Sacred source. I'm telling you, man, you are going on a psilocybin retreat and you are going right to God itself. You are speaking to God itself. We, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light, forever one with God, Goddess, and all creation. Your angel, we, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light. Oh, you are really getting in touch. You are shedding, you are having an out-of-body experience. I'm telling you that right now, Aquarius. Not as in death, but as an out-of-body experience where you can be free and breathe again for just a second. Divine intervention. You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow, yet this is a blessing. It is divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. And this is like almost like the secret keeper. It's almost like there's a secret or a mystery about to be revealed to you, so that you have this tap into actually source, actually can tap into source, so you can see when the future will come to you, so you don't have to worry so much anymore. Hold on, we're getting into tarot. Let's dig down into the specifics. I'll see you guys in the extended.